One of the coolest things that I got to do in my entire animation career was a superhero, supervillain fight in near absolute darkness. This scene was really fun, it was really challenging, and it was one of my cooler I did it first moments. About a year later, I saw this scene in The Batman. Man, that was cool. That was so Batman, and we did it first. Truth be told, I actually did it first even before this Young Justice episode. In Thor, Tales of Asgard, the story of young Thor and Loki. This movie was made years before the animated Young Justice series was even conceived. And part of the big boss battle at the end, the villain is fighting with the sword of Surtur, which is covered in flames and controls fire, and Thor is fighting with a lightning scepter. The room is lit by torches, and the villain extinguishes all the torches with the power of the sword of Surtur, leaving the room in complete darkness except for the scepter of lightning that Thor is holding. The Young Justice fight in the dark happens in the episode I Know Why the Caged Cat Sings. We've got a lot going on there. The whole show, Young Justice, is based on the young heroes and sidekicks coming into their own and maturing.
The heroes of Young Justice have grown into leaders. McGann, Connor, and Garfield are on their own.
And in this episode, we've got one of the most badass young heroes ever. She's called Orphan. Lady Shiva is as badass as it gets. She is the lieutenant of the League of Shadows, the right-hand person of Ra's al Ghul, and the person who trains everyone in the League of Shadows.
Lady Shiva, said to be the most dangerous woman alive. Probably best to steer clear.
Her daughter is Cassandra.
Good to have you home, my daughter.
Cassandra gets a bunch of one-on-one training from Lady Shiva, and they reinvent the term tough love.
Oh, the bat didn't tell you that part, did he? Listen, when I was a shadow, Shiva was raising her own daughter to be the ultimate assassin, the ultimate weapon. She wouldn't teach her to read, even had the girl's vocal cords severed as an infant, so that her only language would be body language, the language of shadows, of death.
Cassandra escapes the League of Shadows and her mother and is found by Batman. If you've seen the show or you know anything about Batman, you know this is not a coincidence. She is then trained by Batman. So first trained by Lady Shiva, then trained by Batman.
Where's Orphan?
Orphan is as badass as they come. And vicious.
Did you know Tetch was really Clayface? Or just not care?
You're gonna regret that.
In this episode, Lady Shiva recaptures her daughter and several members of the Young Justice team go to the Isle of Shadows to save her. In the fight itself, there's a lot going on, and we had a lot of ways to show you what was happening in the fight and still keep it in the dark. The League of Shadows assassins were firing guns and the muzzle flash was lighting them. We also used that to light a couple characters that were around and behind them. A couple characters are fighting with swords, and when the swords hit, they would make sparks, and we would use that to light things up and show you just the things that we wanted you to see. We lit up the eyes on Cheshire's mask to show that she has some small amount of dark vision with that. We lit up Black Spider's eyes as well to show that he has some bit of dark vision. Artemis has glowing contacts in her eyes. That's how she stays in contact with Oracle. Oracle is in her hideout. She can hear what's going on and she can see what Artemis can see through those contacts, but the room's completely dark. I came up with a palette for a close-up character, the idea being that if you're in a very dark place and something that is not lit is far away, you cannot see it at all. But if it's this close to you, you can kind of see it. And then there was Rictus. I remember sitting with the producer Brandon Vietti as he explained how she should look before I'd ever painted her at all. She's part human, part machine, all cold-blooded killer.
I will kill anyone, anywhere. Children, animals, old people, doesn't matter. I just love killing.
He described a skeleton within a non-Newtonian fluid that Rictus could manipulate, encased in some sort of clear casing. The liquid is black, it is opaque, but when Rictus powers up, we can see through it. We can see technology in her armor, we can see her skeleton. So in this fight in the darkness, she's powered up and we can see her pretty much all the time. She is her own light source. But we can also see her powering up and firing these energy blasts. It was so much fun to figure out how much of this part do I want to show the audience and how am I going to show it to them. I've always been a big believer in letting the audience's imagination fill in the gaps. But as an audience member, I'm also one of those people watching a horror movie who's like, show me the monster, I want to see what he looks like. So in this scene, I did my best to combine those two worlds, to show you the monster that you wanted to see and still let your imagination do a lot of the work. Just seems more fun to me that way. Let me know whether or not you think I achieved that goal. I'm just going to show you the scene and let you decide for yourself.
Night vision now! Shiva, hold the door! Please! You're lucky anyone could find a use for you!
Tigress, Orphan's not ready for Shiva. We can't ask her to fight her own mom. Wait.
Artemis! The Rangers are back online! Enough is enough! Get those lights back up! Again, surrender is your only option.
Awesome, right? Wasn't that just fun?